I am not king of the selfies, I will tell you that. I am at my local Harley Davidson dealership right now, and I'm picking up something that I've needed for a while. So let me show you. This is my beat up truck. I love my beat up truck. It's nice. I got something new. That's trash right there, but this right here in this white box, let's take it home and see what I picked up. Through the magic of editing, this is now 2 weeks later. If you haven't figured this out already, I picked up a Harley Davidson lift now for the second time. I'm going to explain that in a minute. The point of this video is to give you my honest take if this HD motorcycle lift is really worth it. This lift's going to run you $300 and you order it through Harley Davidson, through the dealership, or you can go online. It's made by a company called OTC Tools, and they're based out of Minnesota. And it comes with a 1-year warranty. And this lift specifically is designed for HD V-twin models with the exception of a trike. So if you have a trike, you're screwed. Now, if you have a Softail, you need to buy a separate frame protector kit that they sell. And this lift is an 1,100 pound lift. It has a range of 3.5 up to 16 3/4 inches. What comes with it, you get your 2 ratchet straps for extra stability. You get your pump with the pedal already installed. You get your T-bar, and this is for when you want to move it around. It hooks to that little orange thing right there. You get the pedal, and then you also get a little bar here, and what that does is that locks into place to right here. The wheels, you get 2 swivel ones right here that you can lock in, and then those are 2 solid wheels on the front. Also, the most important, you get a 14 karat gold spec'd orange powder coated Harley Davidson paint job. You can't go wrong with that. So right now, let's put all this together so I can show you what it looks like. The whole install shouldn't take more than 10-15 minutes tops. I like how they have all the hardware pre-installed, so all you gotta do is just unscrew it to put stuff back on. You're only gonna need a couple tools. You're gonna need a 9/16 bit and a 1/4 inch ratchet. And then if you have needle nose or regular pliers, and that's to pull out some of these pins here, I'll show you in a second. So your first step, we're going to unscrew these real quick, and then I'm going to put the pump back on just like that. And what'll happen is it'll hook to the top of this. And then what was in here was this little pin here, and then that goes through your pump, and then that locks it in place. So we're going to do that real quick. Just line them up with the locking washer on the bottom. Get it finger tight, and then we'll tighten it up. And just push that through there, put the washer on, and then you want to put your little clip in here, back through the hole, then we'll go to the next step. Now that the pump's installed, we got to put the little T-bar thing on here. Same thing, just take off your 2 9/16, slide that on. And then also we're going to take this out here, this pedal, and this is for raising it. Put it in that hole right here, and then we only got a couple more things to do after that. Got the pedal that raises the pump up, and then I installed this, and that's for this little T-bar right here. So we put this on, you just slide it over the hole here, turn it, and there you go. That's how you move it around. And it's nice for storage and stuff, so like if you just want to take it out, it comes right off. All you got to do for this last step is take the cotter pin out, and this is where your pliers come in. Pop that off. What'll happen is it's got 2 parts here. It's got a washer and a spacer here. And then you take your bar here, your locking bar, and then you just slide it back on, put the washer back on, then put the cotter pin back on, and now we're done. Now I can show you how this thing works. It is hot in this garage, so I'm gonna go over a couple things with you guys. I'm gonna tell you the reason I picked this up, and then I'm gonna give you my overall take on the lift, and I'll show you how it goes up and down here in a second. But once you get it all put together, again, here's your T-bar. This pedal right here raises it, and then this one, when you push it, depresses it. Or when you depress it, it goes down. And then this is your locking bar in place, so like that way, it's kind of stuck right on the notches. You choose, you have 4 notches here, you can kind of choose which one it is. So here's the reason why I actually got this lift. A couple months ago, I think it was in February or March, my local Harley dealerships, I help them film some seminars, and we were doing a seminar on car washing detail, or excuse me, bike washing detail, and they use this lift, the one I'm showing you right now. And so every time they wash their bikes, they move it in and out and pump it up so that way they can get a really good clean on it. And then I start talking to them about it, and I'm like, hey, how much is that thing? I said, I really need a lift. I've been looking into them. And there's so many different lifts out there. I know my friend Bodine52 and Memphis Mike, they swear by the Pitbull. And I know that's $600. And thing is, that'll go up to 25 inches, I believe it'll raise it to. And it's a lot more bigger than this, let's just put it that way. And this one will go 16 3/4 from the start of 3.5. So obviously if you want to raise it up that much, the Pitbull I've heard great things about. I didn't want to spend $600. So when they told me it was $300, I hadn't really researched a lot of it, but I trust the guys down there, and they said, hey, this lift hasn't had any issues. We love it, it works great. And so I said, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and order me one? I'll pick one up. So long story short, a couple weeks later, I picked it up, came home, and again, this was back in March, April range. I picked it up, put it on the bike, or installed everything, and worked great. I used it twice, and then for some reason I took it off, and then I was just trying to test it off the bike. It wasn't even on the bike. And I lifted it up, and this pump got stuck completely in the up position. No matter what I did, I could not get that thing down. Thank God the bike wasn't on it, but it would not go down to save my life. So I had to take off the pump here. I had to unscrew that and took it into them. And I actually called OTC first, and I'm like, hey, what's your warranty on this thing? Because it was made by them. And they said, well, go ahead and take it to your local Harley dealership, which I did. And they ended up giving me another one, you know, because I was happy with the lift. You know, it's a good solid lift for what I use it for. The main reason I wanted this is whenever I wash my bike and do a good detail on it, I can have that. But the other reason is if I ever want to do some small maintenance, it's great to have. I tell you, having a lift is so much easier than, you know, working on your bike with the tires planted on the ground. And from what I needed it for, this is perfect. And so I ended up getting the second one. So this is actually my second lift from Harley Davidson. Now, here's the question. Would I recommend it? And I'm going to say no, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. The biggest reason is bang for your buck. I could go online and go to the same manufacturer from OTC Tools, and then they sell a model called the 1545, which is almost identical to this. It's a little bit bigger, and I believe it's 39.5 by 20, whereas this one I believe is 37 by about 18.5. So it's not a huge difference, but it's enough where they also say it has a 1,500 pound capacity, where this one is 1,100 pounds. Here's the catch. It's $75 cheaper. So you can go online, and I don't know if it's Grainger or Amazon, a couple different websites have them that are $75 cheaper for a lift that has 400 more pounds capacity. Now, am I going to ever need that? No, this bike weighs over 800 pounds, so 1,100 is fine for me. So nonetheless, I'm going to keep this lift. But for bang for the buck, if you know, even if you have a heavier bike, getting a 1,500 pound, and they have a 2-year warranty if you buy it straight through OTC, whereas the Harley one has 1 year. So why wouldn't you buy the OTC? Now, here's the thing. If you're really sold on that powder coat, gold plated, now it's really not gold plated obviously, but the orange powdered coat paint, you're paying for that. You're paying the Harley tax. So if you want to go get a can of spray paint in orange for $3 or $4, paint it down, hey look, you have the exact same lift, plus you get more weight capacity, plus you get another year warranty. So that is the reason why I would not recommend this lift. Now, saying that, the lift itself is solid. It really is, even though I had that issue, but there are issues sometimes when you buy products. I just got unlucky. I got a defective model. I haven't had any issues before that. You know, when I was first using it, I just feel I'm unlucky. Now, if 6 months from now this thing dies on me again, I might have a different take. But so far, just practicing with it and having it up in the air. Now, it's not fully extended. So how this works, you can do a couple different things. So most people would, including myself, if I'm doing some maintenance work on here, I am going to do the straps. So I would either tie them to my saddlebag bars right here, and then you tie it to the front as well. You know, because you've got the 2 straps that do come with it. But just for basic motorcycle cleaning, this is fine. You know, right now I probably got it up, I don't even know, I'd say probably 3/4. I'm guessing probably about 12, 13 inches right now, so it probably could go up a little bit more. But once you raise it up, the foot pedal, you push here, raises it. So it's keeping going up right now. I shouldn't get winded pushing that down. I'm really out of shape. And once it's up, to lower it, all you got to do is push this bar right here with your foot, and then it comes down. Now, this, I always tell people this, if you are trying to take it down, it's going to stop because it's locked in place. So before you lower it, I'll show you. You got to raise it here just a hair, put this back like that, and then lower it. And that way, it'll come right down. Oh, let's see, do I have my side? Yes, cool. I was like, did I put my kickstand down? Yes, I did. So good sweet spot for here. I noticed see where the 6-speed is right there? I put my left tread right under there. It's on the other side, kind of lines up right with the cover here, right below. That's perfect. You have to play with it. I had to play with it a couple times to kind of figure out the sweet spot from a balance standpoint. But overall, hey, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna keep it, but that's my true honest recommendation. So hopefully this video was helpful. And again, it's not a bad lift. It's just you can get a lot more lift for your money, let's put it that way. Now get out there and ride, be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.